Hello, beautiful. I am struggling with perfectionism today. Today it's at an all-time high. I haven't experienced it like this for a long time. I have always struggled with perfectionism. That's always been a theme where I have been working on for as long as I can remember. But since I started my journey, it's a theme that I've been working on for a great deal. And today I noticed it's overwhelming. So I made a post about it in the Facebook group that I have, The Unstuck Woman. Go find it and join us. Well, where I share my knowledge of what I have discovered during my journey for 14 years now. 14 years I'm on my healing journey, and I share my experiences and what I've discovered since then. And I'm also a coach and a healer, and I work um, with compassion for self. That's how I heal the shadow of myself, and I use that on my clients also. And today I wanted to do a healing on perfectionism, and I haven't done a healing on video. I usually work online. I work through video calls with my clients, but making a video of a healing is new. This is the first time, so I'm a little bit nervous. But I shared it in the group, and someone commented that they are experiencing it too. It's the story of their life, and because it's so present today, I think it's a collective thing. It's always been a collective thing. Everybody stress has problems with perfectionism, but it's so prevalent today that I think it's something that's showing itself in the community, in the collective right now. So I am going to do a collective healing on perfectionism, and it's for you to see and experience how I work. So if you like the way that I do my healings, you can contact me by commenting below, and I will contact you. But for now, we're going to start. I have tapped in to the collective energy, the energy of the collective, and I focus on my heart and my solar plexus, and I send love and compassion energy in 360 degrees around me into my shadow, the shadow and the shadow of the collective, because this is going to be a personal healing but also a collective healing. And the way that I work is I channel the energy through me, and I receive sentences, and I express those sentences out loud. And if you want to do this healing with me, you focus on your heart and solar plexus, and you send love and compassion energy in 360 degrees around you. And then you repeat the sentences that I say. I'm so sorry that you believe everything has to be perfect. I'm so sorry you do not believe you are worthy if you are not perfect. I'm so sorry you believe you have to be perfect to receive love. I'm so sorry you believe you have to be perfect to be accepted. I'm so sorry you're dumbfounded. I'm so sorry you feel ungrateful. I'm so sorry you feel neglected. I'm so sorry you're outraged. I'm so sorry you do not feel seen. I'm so sorry you do not feel heard. I'm so sorry you do not feel accepted. I'm so sorry you're misunderstood. I'm so sorry no matter how you try to explain yourself, they do not seem to understand you. I'm so sorry you feel alone. I'm so sorry you feel neglected. I'm so sorry you feel abandoned. I'm so sorry you feel disgraced. I'm so sorry you feel ashamed. I'm so sorry you feel unworthy. Where in your body do you feel a response to the sentences? That's the part of you that's feeling that way and that you are healing right now through having compassion for that part. I'm so sorry they are so ungrateful. I'm so sorry you feel rejected. I'm so sorry you feel abandoned. I'm so sorry you feel betrayed. I'm so sorry you feel judged. I'm so sorry they judged you so harshly. I'm so sorry you took everything personal. I'm so sorry you believed everything they said. I'm so sorry, nothing you did was enough. I'm so sorry you're sad. I'm so sorry you're ashamed. I'm so sorry you feel guilty. I'm so sorry you're terrified to be seen. I'm so sorry you got prosecuted. I'm so sorry you got punished every time you made a mistake. I'm so sorry you were conditioned to believe you were not allowed to make mistakes. I'm so sorry you were conditioned to believe that you had to be perfect. I'm so sorry you were conditioned to believe that if you make mistakes, you're a failure. I'm so sorry you believe failures are unworthy. I'm so sorry you believe you are a failure. I'm so sorry you believe you are unworthy. I'm so sorry you only deserve a happy, you believe only to deserve a happy life if you are perfect. I'm so sorry you believe you are not allowed to be happy if you are not perfect. I'm so sorry they called you lazy. I'm so sorry they said you would never amount to nothing. I'm so sorry you believed you had to work harder. I'm so sorry you believe you have to be perfect. I'm so sorry you believe you are not allowed to make mistakes. I'm so sorry you were taught to believe that you have to work 10 times harder than them. How are you feeling? Are you feeling any kind of difference? Maybe a lightening of a heaviness? Are you feeling your mood change? That's you healing these parts inside of you that were still suffering. I feel much lighter and calmer right now. I feel more lightness in the collective energy. I am not getting any more sentences through. So I will leave this healing for what it is right now. I want to recommend you to drink a lot of water. Drink some water today, because even though you think you haven't done anything, you have worked very hard, and maybe you had some reactions, maybe you don't, but something did shift it inside of you. So I would recommend you to drink water to flush everything what you've released out. I'm now thinking, you may be thinking, what is it that she's doing? Well, it's called the compassion key. It's a tool, a method that I have learned from Edward Mannings. I am a self-healer, so I heal myself. I have healed myself on this journey with the information that I find, with guidance that I get from my guides. I now know my ancestors and my guides. I didn't know who was guiding me always, but I was following, and I got everything that I needed. And as I was on my healing journey, I am a shadow worker. Everything's going backwards. Yes, sorry for that. If you made it to this part, thank you, and you will get the information now. It's the first time of me doing a healing, so everything is going backwards. But I hadn't shared any information of what it is that I'm doing. I am a shadow worker. I work in the shadow. I can see people's shadow, and I've always seen that, and I can also see people's souls. So it was always very difficult. I can see the problems that people are suffering from. That's the thing that I want to say. And it took me a long time to get to this point, to accepting that my energy, the person that I am a Scorpio also. Scorpio, everything in the first house, but that's for another video. But not right now. My energy triggers people's shadow, and growing up, that was very hard and difficult, because people's shadow get triggered and they would attack me. Still to this day, but now I know that it's my energy, so now I move accordingly. I try to move accordingly, and I don't even care anymore. I just trigger your shadow, and it's on you to do something with it. But so I work in the shadow, and I work on the different levels of the shadow. And the work that I'm doing right now with Compassion Key is I work on the karmic imprints, and that's for now, we've discovered as the bottom of the shadow until now, because the shadow also, like going up above, has levels, so the shadow has levels also. And in your shadows are all the parts that you reject, repress, do not like, is not accepted by society, everything that's you're not showing and you're hiding you're not showing is in your shadow. But in your shadow are also parts of past lives that are wounded, that are soul fractions, that are fragmented of the whole, because they got injured so bad in that lifetime that they were fractioned, and that part, that's wounded part, is still there, trying through your emotions and thoughts and experiences that you are attracting in your current life, trying to make you notice and help heal them so they can come back to the whole. But this is about your multidimensional self. And I trust and I pray and I put this intention into the universe that whoever finds my videos is at this level, understands that you're a multidimensional being, that you have past lives, that you have that you are this multidimensional being, that you exist out of more than just this body. So, um, and you have your ancestors that haven't had the opportunity or the tools to heal their traumas that they had experienced in their lives, being sent through the bloodline until someone, a generational curse breaker like myself, comes in and says this ends here. So all of that is in your shadow. So your emotions, sometimes you think like, this is heavy, this is not mine. I haven't experienced that much trauma in my life to be feeling this heavy, or having this deep pain, or this deep seated shame that you can't put your finger on. Like, where is this coming from? That's from your lineage, that's from past lives, that's from past planets. Past planets, other planets. I don't. I'm trying to explain. At least. Um, so that's all in your shadow. So the shadow consists out of your limiting thoughts and beliefs, your programs. Then you have your illusions, and then you get to the karmic imprints. And so if you are here, it's because you are on this journey for a while now, and you've tried so many different things, but there's still these parts in your life that just doesn't seem to budge, that doesn't give in no matter what you do. And usually you started because you started on this journey because you had this feeling, this ache, or this pain, or something that you were trying to heal. But no matter what you have done until now, you still haven't gotten to the core of that one thing that you do. That, like, what is it? I always had this nudge in my belly, and I didn't know what it was, but it was always there. And no matter what I did, no matter what kind of healing I did, and I've done a lot. I've done therapy. I've been to psychiatrists. I've been, and then I went on the spiritual path. I've always been spiritual, but then I went on the holistic path, and I tried plant medicine, ayahuasca. I've tried combo, the frog poison, frog medicine. I've tried, I've tried a lot. Breath work. I've tried yoga. I still do yoga. Yoga's great. Meditation, all the things. But at least not all, because I heard there's so much other other things out there. But I've tried a lot. But that nudge didn't seem to budge. So, and as a self healer, in the meantime, I was always healing myself and discovering new things. I would notice that I would do something and it would help, and I would be like, okay, but what is this? And I would ask my guides, like, okay, can you bring me something in the 3D so I can see if it exists in the 3D, so I can see what it is that I am doing? And then I would be guided. And when I started my healing journey, I noticed the limiting thoughts and beliefs, and then I noticed the programs, and then I noticed the illusions, and I was like, wait a minute, it's your limiting thoughts and beliefs, it's your programs. Oh my God, everybody got to know. And I tried to explain to people around me, and they didn't, looking at me like, what are you talking about? And I've always known that was the thing. I was always talking like this my whole life. I was always trying to explain to the people around me, like, can't you see that it's your trauma? You tell me your story of your past, and then I look at your behavior and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And when I try to explain to them that, do you realize that this behavior that that you're showing comes from this? And they wouldn't make the link, and I was like, but it's so obvious, it's so clear. Am I the only one who's seeing this? What I didn't realize is that I was born wide awake in a world that was fast asleep. Everything that everybody's talking about right now. I'm like, oh my God, they're finally waking up. But that was the problem. I was wide awake and the world is fast asleep. So I was talking to deaf ears, literally. And then I discovered that I'm a generational curse breaker. So I was like, okay, that makes sense because since I can remember, if people would say, oh, this runs in the family, and then I would be the one saying like, and it end here. I ain't taking that shit. Nope, it's not go. I'm not going to give that to my children. Not realizing that I was the generation because I know I was the black sheep. I always was different. I didn't fit in, not even with my siblings. I was always looking like, oh, we're from the same parents. And when they start teasing me like you're adopted, I believed them. Because I was like, okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I'm adopted. I was the youngest also of five. So I was like, that makes sense that I'm adopted because we're not the same. I'm different. But then my parents were like, no, you're not adopted. I would be like, damn it. Then what's wrong with me? That's what I thought. What's wrong with me? Because everybody seems to agree on this unagreed, non-spoken rules, but everybody's living according to it and doing as they are supposed to do and hiding behind a mask. And I couldn't understand why, because I would be like, but you know I can see you, right? And you know I can see you, right? But I didn't realize, because I was young, I didn't realize that no, the people around me didn't see what I saw. They didn't hear what I hear. And it took me a long time to realize that. And in the meantime, I would get attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked. So at some point, I was like, I stopped speaking. I just was like, no, I'm not talking anymore because every time I open my mouth, I didn't even have to open my mouth and I would be attacked. Now I know it's my energy. I'm a walking tower. If you're in tarot, that's what I am. I come in and shake the cosmos. I shake things up because I uproot all the lies. I show you the truth about you. I want you to realize how powerful and how great and perfect you are. And see that, and that you don't have to hide behind this mask and try to be someone that you are not. Even though I was trying to be something I was not because I tried to fit in. I tried to fit in my whole life because I thought something was wrong with me. So I would dig in myself. So that was a good thing. I would dig, but the more I dig, the more I dug, the more I realized that no, I am different, and there's nothing. I always was different, and I was okay with that till a certain point because I still wanted to be liked. Everybody wants to be liked. Not me anymore. I want to be liked by the right people. People who accept me for me, who see me for me. There's a difference. I want to be liked and belong with the wrong type of people, I realize now. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to learn. You grow and you learn. So that's my story a bit. And the work that I do, I work on the karmic level, on the level that's where your past lives, your gifts, because the more I dug, this is also a thing, the more I dug, the more gifts. I always had this gifts of premonition and things like that, but they became stronger. New things started showing up because every time I healed myself, I was like, yay, I'm done. And then new things come out, man. I have done this already. Yeah, and then I realized, like, okay, no, baby. Healing is not linear. healing is a spiral. So you come past the same thing, the same team multiple times. And I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. At least I ain't got no time for that. There has to be a faster way. I know you have to go to the root, but every time I think I got to the root, it's not the root because it's coming again 6 months later or something. What? What is that? So I would dig deeper. I would go deeper and deeper, but the deeper I went, the more I realized, like, wait a minute, this is not all me. I knew also from lineage. I knew from lineage that I knew that disease and trauma is passed from generation to generation. I knew that. I've always known that. I didn't know how I know, but I just knew before. So I was like, what is this? So then I discovered when I was doing a healing on myself, and I saw myself and I was doing the healing, and then when I was done with the healing, the scene changed. It was like in the movie, the old movies that they would pull the screen and then another scene would pop up. That happened. And I saw a lady lying on the floor being beaten. And I looked at her and I was like, that's not me, but it's me. And that was the first time I experienced a past life. And I was like, oh, okay. Past life. So I would go, so I was like, okay, but now I can heal this past life. So I started healing the past lives. And that opened another door to the archetypes. And then you're talking the archetypes. Yes, oh my God, I'm taking this too far. Okay, but I will tell this. The archetypes are the pantheons from the stories you've heard. Zeus, Isis, Cleopatra, Cleopatra, Hermes, um, all of them. All of them are part of you. That's what I discovered in astrology. But I discovered in the healings also because they showed up and I was like, he got it. Yeah, that one was intense. I can say the least. But we worked. And then I got to the ancestors. And that was something different. And it's another video and another story for that one because that one was wild. But what I'm trying to explain is the healing that I do is for your multidimensional being. It's for embodying, not healing or letting go. No, it's for embodying and bringing in your shadow because the light and the dark are there. We're living in this realm of duality. It's light and dark, and you are light and dark. So why not accept? We were taught to not accept our darkness, to be afraid of it, to stay away from it. And that was for a reason, because your power, your gifts are in the darkness. And the thing is, they told us a divided house can't stand. How can you be a whole person if you deny half of yourself? Your shadow is your divine feminine. Is hiding there. And and your wounded divine masculine also. So bringing them in, welcoming them home with love and compassion instead of trying to let them go. That's why they don't leave, because they don't want to go. They can't go, but they don't want to. They want to come home. And that's what we do with love and compassion, bringing them home, embodying them, and experiencing them and the gifts and power that they bring to the whole, making you more whole in this lifetime. In this lifetime, you can experience the life that you dream of, that your soul has been dreaming of to experience in this realm, by bringing back home your shadow, all your repressed parts, all the parts that are denied, the parts that are shunned, forgotten, to bring them home and be more whole. That's what I do. With a very simple technique. It's very simple, but it works so profoundly. It's unbelievable. Every time again, when I have a session with a client, I am amazed. I am amazed. Because every session is different, and every being, every single one of us is so different and so beautiful, and so you have to experience it. And I hope that the healing that I did at the beginning of this video brought you something concerning your perfectionism in this moment. I will leave it here. As you see, it's a chaotic video. I am a chaotic person. That's who I am. That's what it is. That's how I show up, as me. If it's not for you, that's okay. There will be someone for you. If you're still here, then apparently I'm for you. And then I want to thank you and tell you I love you, even if you're here and you made it till here and you're not for me. I'm not for you. That's the thing. I love you all. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Oh, if you made it this far and you like my style, please like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment, and then I will see you in the next one. Bye.